But we recently had DeAndre Jordan on the pod last season, and he spoke a little bit about the uniqueness of Nikola Jokic. What's your favorite Joker story or some highlights that he did while you were there that kind of showed his greatness on the court?
Honestly, like stories that stick out was I think when I got there early, he probably got hurt within the first month I got there after the exit from the Clippers. So that championship year, I think I got there and he ends up hurt. Uh, Shows up like the day of the game, all that, doing rehab treatment. Next thing I know, like I come out, he's there. Like, of course, he's there for the games, on doing everything. He's cheering, whatever's going on. The whole game happens. What stood out, like as soon as the game ended and the huddle broke, he went from being dressed in his game attire, so being dressed out, like you know what it is, we're dressed up in our suit, whatever it is, jeans, whatever. Like immediately getting thrown on his workout clothes. He was the first person up there to lift his weights, like the intensity that I seen him lift with, and immediately hit the court. The way his attention to detail is, really in his mind, he likes to do perfect reps. So, like watching that, like how he approached his workout, attacked it with the intensity, his attention, like I said, and then that was like 3 straight games immediately. So I noticed that quickly, but I'm like, oh, this is like little things that separate you, especially being his teammate, like, or being on the outside at first. And you know how everybody perceives that, like, he doesn't like basketball or it's a job for him. I remember I had to tell like people close to me then, I was like, yo, if it's a job for him, he every day wants to be like, he wants to be an employee of the week. He wants to be an employee of the month. Like he understands, I think, what he means to the game or what he means to the team and what he has to do each and every night. So it's special just to see like him work and his understanding then of the game. Like we all know how smart he is. So I was seeing something like that. And then I think the next season, the last season I played with him, it was crazy. You know, like the top guys, same way you got to coach the blue-white game here for the Sixers when we play each other in scrimmage. So it was fun because we did a scrimmage, of course, with the Nuggets. He's coaching. It was him and Jamal coaching, I think, against Aaron Gordon and KCP. So it comes down to like, we need a shot. He literally comes to the board. He's like, yo, these are guys that, you know, the young guys, like never been to the NBA, haven't really played much. He literally looks up. It's a funny thing. He's like, who wants to get an open shot? Like, who wants to get the open 3 to try to tie it up? I'm like, looking around in my mind, like, yo, that's kind of swaggy that you feel that confident to say that. One, that's just going to be a wide open shot. So I was like, I'm about to be like, hey, me, sub me back in. So like,
right.
Instead of like the young guys play, right? So I'm like, I want to be the guy to shoot it. Like, we're going to match it. Right. And I was like, nah, of course, like, let me chill. So I want to see like it happen. He draws up the coldest play. It literally, like, as he's writing, he's like, the dude, he literally tells everybody, he's like, you're going to be in the left corner wide open. Nobody's going to know it. Like, just be confident to shoot it. Man, when I said it was like the same way he'd be throwing blind passes, once it came on the screen, the ball was in the air, nobody could see it. I'm looking at it going, like, yo, this is like movie. Like, that's how I felt. Like, this is like movie, like the way it happened. So the ball literally drops in the dude's lap in the left corner. Unfortunately, we just didn't hit the shot, but like I was mesmerized. As it happens, I'm like, I'm watching the ball float. I'm kind of like looking at him as the ball's floating in the air at the same time, like, yo, did you just, like, you drew that up so well that you knew it was going to happen? Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're different. Like there's certain things, like all y'all, the special ones, like hands down, there's something special about y'all. I was like, all right, his IQ is different. Like he really understands the rules of the game and how to manipulate them. And then that, of course, pairing that with high IQ players over there, really detailed coaching, great culture. It allows him, like it allows the world to see his greatness. So those are like 2 stories, just seeing his work ethic and seeing his IQ and knowledge of the game, like being able to manipulate the game. So, and I think the last few years, like that was the coolest part of being cool with DeAndre, like talking to him and getting like DeAndre telling me what he was probably the year before and still seeing his maturation, like, you know, being old vets, probably how we talk sometimes even about Jared is like, yo, it's cool to see like this kid's development. Like, what do you see from him? DeAndre really said like the biggest thing was like seeing how he kind of more so took a leadership role, how he would be vocal. So like even coming to timeouts, he was like, no, there were certain buckets he was guaranteeing we were going to get layups. And it was really cool to like come out of the timeouts and see it executed. Because I'm like, that's special to play the game. Like, one, you're playing already, and then to be able to manipulate the game while you're playing it almost as a coach. That's what makes like some of those guys just some of y'all are that's what makes y'all different.
Yeah, he's special. So can you see him potentially being a coach?
I don't think all of us say we wouldn't want to, but man, I'm like, honestly, other than I know he loves them horses, like he loves his horses. So if he could get some enough time to still spend with his horses and his family and have enough time to coach on the side, I could probably see it because I would like to see. He has one of those basketball minds you would like to see played out and see how he can kind of continue to teach the game and help others once he's the very intelligent guy, though. Just very intelligent guy.
Go download the app today and use our code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start football season by downloading the app today and using the code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.